What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Dark Side Podcast. I'm David Viana.
I'm Matt Elias.
And boy.
You say boy every week.
Do I?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, girl.
Welcome to episode 28 of the Dark Side Podcast.
Hell yeah, 28 weeks and counting.
We have not missed a week of putting out quality content.
Here's to that.
Or, putting out content.
Mm-hmm.
And
riveting content.
it's all for the listeners, for the Darksiders, right?
You.
So this week is very important for the Dark Side because we are now in every year this week comes, but this is the fallout week from the Anthrocon convention.
Yeah.
Which is hosted here in Pittsburgh.
Sadly.
For those of you who haven't listened to our previous coverage of this topic, Anthrocon is the furry convention.
Yeah.
And, oh, buddy. It's good stuff.
God, I can just smell the hotel now.
This is where a whole bunch of people dressed up in extremely thick and heavy animal costumes come out and have a parade. They have a parade.
They had a parade, yeah.
In July. It's been like 90 degrees.
Those costumes had to smell like the worst asshole like ever.
I don't know, man. I mean, again, we've had coverage of this before, and we learned that some of the costumes are so advanced that they actually have like cooling systems built in.
Still, you can't be that cool, man. With how hard it's been this past week, and so there's no way. There's like, even if you had cooling fans in there, you're still sweating a little bit. You're still getting some taint juice in that costume,
probably.
For sure.
Unfortunately, we were not able to go down. I wanted to go down and interview some people, but
I didn't.
You wouldn't do it.
I would not do that. I don't like it. Not
so,
my place to be.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Also, there's some new fallout happening from the next Disney reheating, remicrowaving of an old movie.
Like they're
Mermaid,
doing with everything now.
Ariel is going to be black in the new movie.
Yeah. It's got a lot of people enraged.
A lot of people outraged.
Yeah.
But before we get into that stuff, Dave, you had a little incident here and this weekend here in Pittsburgh.
It was like a week and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So tell us what happened.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it like
your car.
Yeah, the Benz is gone. I don't know if I'll get it back. Still waiting. Yeah, F in the chat real quick. I'm still waiting to figure out what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, it got flooded because my dumbass went through too high of water that I didn't realize was as high as it was, and I found out it's halfway through.
So explain that in a little more detail.
Okay, well, in Pittsburgh here, when we have an abundance of rain, it comes
quickly. Which we almost always do.
Yeah, in the past 2 weeks or so, we've gotten a lot of rain just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And a few of those, like, it's been like a 5-day in a row stretch where it's like just downpoured for an hour or so straight.
I actually had a show I got rained out. I was playing an outdoor show.
Where
got soaked down in Fredericktown at the Riviera.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in danger of electrical shock. We had to stop.
I don't blame you, especially down at the Riv.
It was a monsoon.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you drove through a little river.
Yeah, basically, because I did not know how deep it was and had things to do. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'll just go. And yeah, shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. But she
shouldn't have done that.
And that sounds like obvious. Like, don't do that. Don't drive through water.
Yeah.
But look, that's why I wanted to talk about it, because people who don't live in this area.
And that's what I wanted to get at too. Like, certain roads in Pittsburgh just flood.
Right.
Like that road that I was at has been known to flood all the time, especially during downpours. Like just torrential.
This isn't out of the
downpours.
ordinary for there to be standing water.
It happened to me coming home from work this past Saturday. Mm-hmm. Going in towards like the south side, like before you get on East Carson.
Right.
Going in that, it got flooded at that intersection right next to Pages. And everyone just had to turn around. And that was a complete fucking shit show in itself. Yeah. So literally all these places get flooded.
Yeah, these roads aren't wide with extra lanes for stuff like that.
No, they're not. And so they get flooded because the grates just get blocked. Mm-hmm. And everything that is around these are usually dirt and gravel and just rubble. And they just get flooded right into that.
Yeah.
And of course, every other fucking road gets flooded. It is a thing in Pittsburgh. I don't understand how we haven't gotten this down yet. It's 2019.
We don't put any of our resources towards it. That's why.
Trump's America. We should be getting this.
Yeah, Trump doesn't have anything to do with the fixing of the city stuff, but so roads flood all the time, and it sucks. But like like driving into a standing puddle or like a river going through. It's a river. It's like
you literally don't know how deep it is until you go through.
You have to do it. It's a part of life. Like and sometimes you don't know how deep it is.
Exactly. And I found out real quick it was really fucking deep.
Rip.
Shouldn't have done it.
Flooded the Benz.
Yeah.
Flooded the engine out.
Yeah, the engine is.
So what exactly? Oh god. So it took water in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how? It's totaled.
I'm waiting for them to tell me, but there's no way. If they would fix, like, the amount of money to fix that would be astronomical, especially with it being a Benz.
Yeah.
And the tow truck fucked up the front end of my shit anyway, so like that's another
really?
Hole. Yeah.
Towing it out.
They dropped it off the fucking tow truck trying to get it off of the road because it wouldn't go in the neutral. So it's like, it's a whole big thing. It's a whole big fucking thing. Like, if it's not that, the damage done from that is probably enough to total it.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to pay all that fucking money. But yeah, I got to wait another week or so.
You don't even know what's going on yet.
Nah, it's shitty.
Jesus.
So yeah, thank you, insurance companies.
Maybe you should get, like, one of those, everybody should get here in Pittsburgh if I was in charge. We should put some resources towards developing like an amphibious Batmobile type of vehicle and then just give them to everyone because you have to.
Or like, just millions of dollars.
I don't know. Are they real? A Batmobile? How much does the Batmobile cost?
I don't know. The new ones look like Lamborghini, like an off-road Lamborghini.
They do.
I don't even know how much that would be.
Millions probably. Well, in the movie, it looked kind of like a tank in the newest. In the Dark Knight movies. But yeah, you kind of need something amphibious. You need like a boat. Yeah. Like a boat, invisible boatmobile car. Basically, a boat with wheels would be nice because you could drive on the road and then when the water rises,
it has wheels.
Yeah.
We just got done painting the invisible boatmobile.
Yeah. But anyway, so rest in peace, Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Got to say that I fucked up a Benz by the age of 26, so that's a story I can tell.
There you go. It's like a flex. It's a weird flex, but okay.
It's not a good flex. I never said it was good. I know. I get to say it.
But the autopilot didn't save you from driving into a lake.
No.
Auto park didn't. No alarms going off.
I wonder if a Tesla, if the road was flooded, would it just keep going?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Let's get Elon on the phone real quick.
I'll call him up. I still haven't got anybody to do Elon Musk.
It's tough.
I
don't know how hard that one would be, in all honesty.
It's a weird accent.
It is weird.
South African accent. It's not like a go-to for people. But I don't know. Maybe
we know any South Africans?
Maybe we can get him on the phone. No, I don't know any South Africans.
Me neither.
But if anybody has a good Elon Musk, if
you got the plug, hit us up.
Yeah. But so Ariel.
Ariel.
Yeah.
I thought it was Halle Berry at first. Then it's Haley Berry.
Yeah. So they're redoing The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Live action in the same way that they're... Again, I can't
do this live action shit, man. It's getting old. We're like 2 down, and it's getting old already.
They're doing... Didn't you say they're doing Mulan also?
Yeah, Mulan was just announced. It's coming out next year.
And they're going to have all Asian actors in this.
Yeah, and Scarlett Johansson is not playing Mulan. She's not.
I'd crack up. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, in all honesty, yeah. Because I feel like I saw a headline for an article or something that like the animated Mulan got so much wrong with like Asian
like
culture and stuff. So
it was like a stereotype.
Yeah, basically. Movie. So they can't fuck this one up. Basically,
it's like if you don't fuck it up culturally, then you're not making Mulan. You're making some other movie.
Right.
So it's like they're literally, again, I say this every time we talk about this, but they're just printing money.
They are. That's all it is. That's all this live action stuff is.
Of course. But
and then this whole debate comes out with Ariel being black now.
Yeah.
And it's just
they announced that she's gonna be black and we were trying to see, I guess there's no like photo or if they said who the actress is, why don't I just look. So what's her name?
Haley Berry.
No. Halle something else. It's not Halle Berry.
No, it's Halle Berry.
Halle Berry?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Halle Bailey?
Halle Bailey. That's it. Yeah.
Halle Bailey?
Halle Bailey. It's Halle. It's spelled the same way as Halle Berry. Just the last name is different. I got that fucked up.
So you thought it was Halle Berry.
I said Haley is the last name, but with a B.
Halle Bailey. Okay, so let's see here.
She's only 19 years old.
It says child actor.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's in Grownish, the Offset project from Blackish.
I never saw any of that.
Okay.
But okay, whatever. You know, like they're using a black actress to do Ariel.
Yeah.
Now it's like, on one hand, it's like I don't. First of all, my main thing, the overarching point for me is that I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, let's get that out of the way now. Yeah, let's get
Right.
that out of the way now.
I don't care what they do.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about any of this.
There people are raging about this on the internet.
Yeah, and I find it funny
for toxic, venomous reasons.
Yeah, it's the ones that the ones that are saying she shouldn't be black.
It's a fucking cartoon.
It's literally
she's a mermaid.
It's fiction.
In the movie, like there's a fucking talking crab that sings songs.
Yeah.
So she can't be black. Like
I don't I don't understand everyone's thinking about
this.
this.
To actually be mad about that is fucking ridiculous.
It's
at the same time though, I understand it is annoying because knowing that Disney's just printing money with this, they're only doing it to like try and do this like, you know, identity politics, like cultural shit, and it's just like, again, having said, I know, and some of that sounds insensitive and like shitty, but again, remember, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
We don't care.
Yeah, like
I don't care what they do, but it's just I don't trust I don't trust the motives behind them doing that to actually be
right.
Pure or good. They're just trying. It's cynical.
As soon as I read the headline that like Ariel is being played by a black actress this time, I was like, for one, like I said, I don't care. Like, okay, cool, that's cool. But then at the same time, I'm like, Disney's really they're
it's cringy.
Yeah, it's very cringy because as we've talked about Walt Disney in the past, stuff with them, there's been heavily used racist things in Disney cartoons in the past.
Right.
So
yeah, he also had associations with members of the Nazi Party.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah. So
and you can learn all about that in our Walt Disney was a facial hair hypocrite Dark Side episode. Dave, people can see us.
It's like SpongeBob, dude.
Finger guns. So there's been a history of cringy and bad things that Disney's put in their movies, but this isn't that. This is different. No. Like, it's in a way it's cool that they're trying to do that, but it's like
I just feel like it's unnecessary.
It's more uncool than it is cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said,
it's unnecessary
to me.
They're making the movie, period.
Right. And that's the biggest thing I want to get across. Like, that's the biggest thing we need to get across. These live action things are just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it's just nostalgia, fucking dumb stuff. And it's not even nostalgic in any reason because they're fucking live animation. Like, if I wanted to watch The Lion King, I'm not going to watch real lions out in the African safari. I'm going to watch the goddamn animated movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, like, it just doesn't make sense why they're doing this and why people support it so much. It's literally like they're just taking your money.
I don't know. Kids' movies are a whole nother thing because it's just people are looking for anything to get their kid to shut the fuck up for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So, like, they'll go see anything.
Did you know how much those movies make, too?
Yeah, tons. Because they have to go see it, like, 3 times. Because the kid's like, I want to see it. I think that's how it works.
Because The Secret Life of Pets 2, that came out earlier last year. And I like the first Secret Life of Pets. It's actually pretty entertaining and funny. Like, there's certain...
It's a talking animals movie?
Yeah, basically. It's like what your pets do when you're not home.
Kid movie.
Yeah. It's but some of the aspects are funny as hell.
All right.
But, like... The second one came out early last month, and the budget for that was $80 million. I'm pretty sure it said on IMDb. It grossed so far over $220 million.
That's a winning investment.
A month in theaters, it has tripled the budget. Like, they make so much fucking money off this shit. It's crazy.
Again, kids stuff is like making stuff for kids. There's just money in it.
Yeah.
You know? because people need something to show their kids. It doesn't have to be good.
It's literally just has to be colorful and entertaining.
Right. Let's keep their attention. Which is getting harder and harder, I think. Because all the kids have iPads, so it's just like they're desensitized.
They have the World Wide Web in front of them. And that's how Momo was a thing.
Momo.
I loved that meme, by the way. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Explain it. Maybe people don't know about Momo.
All right, Momo was like, wasn't this a couple months ago that it was big?
Yeah, I think so.
So like people were taking episodes of like Peppa Pig, like full episodes, and putting this image like halfway through.
Peppa Pig is a kid's cartoon, right?
Yeah, and the pig's head looks like a dick if you look it up. It's kind of funny, but
wow.
Yeah, it's yeah. But anyway, these people would put like the picture of Momo, which is this weird. It was a sculpture done by an Asian artist. I forget who it is though. Somewhere over in Asia, this artist did it, and it looks fucking creepy.
I didn't know that.
Creepy. Yeah,
I didn't know it was a sculpture.
No, yeah, it's
like a woman
sculpture.
with how would you even describe it?
I
mean, you could just Google Momo. But
yeah,
it's
just
like,
Google Momo. I don't feel like describing this. Like I can't even remember.
It's like a
woman.
It's like a scary, The Ring, stringy black hair woman with like this. Like, actually, remember in Beetlejuice when they stretch the faces? It kind of looks like that.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to put it.
Fucking
I forgot
creepy.
about that. Yeah,
but so they put it into episodes of the Peppa Pig, and what they ever like tell you to kill yourself.
Yeah, they would tell you to kill yourself or like get a knife and all this weird shit.
Hilarious.
And it was like. And it was making parents upset. And
see, the thing is, it's a fake thing, though. It's like, you know how whenever every couple of months something will come out on the news, like, oh, kids are inhaling their own urine to get high. Don't let your kid urinate alone.
And if it was like that easy.
It wasn't really, it became a meme because it wasn't really like it's one of those just outrage things.
Yeah.
Like, oh no,
it wasn't like, because everyone made it seem like hackers were hacking like Nickelodeon's legit YouTube page. But no, it was your fucking dumbass parents not watching what your kids are watching on YouTube. You give them an iPad.
I don't think it was even really kids seeing it and doing bad things, but it was just.
Well, the videos were out there.
They were out
like,
there, but I never heard of any kid actually doing anything.
I didn't either.
It's just people flipping out about it.
Yeah, but it's also like at the same time, all these parents were getting like outraged about. Yeah, but it was like you have no one to blame but yourself for giving your fucking kid an iPad and not monitoring what he watches. If he was watching the actual Peppa Pig YouTube page, make him subscribe to that and then just have him watch them from that. No, you're letting him watch any single fucking thing that people can upload and put anything they want into it.
I'm thinking now, I'm trying to like get in their shoes, the parent, and like right now.
Yeah.
It's like the whole point of giving the kid an iPad, I think, is to just get him to fuck off and leave you alone, right?
It is, yeah.
So if you have to monitor everything they're looking at, that defeats the purpose. Don't they make... Now, I've got some friends at this point in my life cycle that have some kids, and I know for a fact that some of them have these, like... It's not like you don't just hand them an iPad. You give them this, like, kids thing that has, like, certain apps loaded onto it with, like, kids shows and kids things, so they don't just full-on, like... The whole internet isn't just at their fingertips.
Right.
Yeah.
YouTube,
fucking Pornhub...
Yeah.
Alex Jones.
3-year-olds watching InfoWars. Don't
9/11 truthers
with that.
in kindergarten.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That mouth filthy.
All kinds of poisonous stuff out there.
Yeah, but
Breitbart.
Oh god.
Yeah.
If you have a 5-year-old reading Breitbart, you might as well just throw him in the fucking oven now. Like, good.
And if your 5-year-old can read, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Not right.
It's a double-edged sword. What if they learned how to read, but it was on, like, insane right-wing conspiracy media? It's like...
I wouldn't want them.
You just get rid of them.
Give them away.
Yeah.
Sell them to the lowest bidder.
Yeah. Now, you are pro-abortion, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, up to like...
Pro-choice, yeah.
What, like 19,000 months or something? You're...
Yeah, like as long as only the head sticking out, you can kill it.
I'm saying even if they're 5, 7.
Yeah. 20.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
That's what people do.
Well, actually, no. After they hit 18, you can't do it.
Right, because
they have to emancipate themselves.
Then it's murder.
Yeah.
If they're 18.
Yeah.
I like it. That's a good rule. Because it's like if they're not 18 yet, then it's like they don't know what's going on.
No.
Anyway. Yeah. I mean, all they're doing is playing Fortnite and Minecraft.
And flossing all day. Not the good kind.
Flossing.
Isn't that like a dance move from Fortnite?
Yeah. Backpack Kid dance. That's all they're doing. It's fine.
These boomers telling their fucking kids to go floss, and then they just get up and do a weird dance move. Like, no! Get in the bathroom!
Okay. Anyway, yeah, Black Ariel, people flipping out.
No need for it, but also no need for this movie, so
it's even.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It's even.
I wouldn't say it's even. Because then we're just giving...
Well, okay, what's worse, the outrage or the Black Ariel? I think the outrage.
The outrage. I don't give a fuck about the Black Ariel, like I said.
Toxic.
It's just...
Yeah, I kind of do on one sense. It's annoying, like we were saying.
Well, no, yeah.
I wish they wouldn't do it.
Not in the racist side that we're mad about this. Like, I don't give a shit.
There's people that are literally like, you can't take a white character and make it black. That's fucking brainwashing my kid or whatever. Like, that type of shit is just... That's insanity.
The gays are controlling the media.
The gays.
That's what they say.
The gay agenda.
The agenda.
Agenda. Yeah. And so...
I wonder if people get offense to us saying things like that, even though we're completely joking.
I think if they're with us at this point...
They know.
They're not offended by that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or else they like being offended, in which case, well, you're welcome to. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the Sephora ad... it's been going around now. Like, I saw it on Hulu where they're actually like, it's like a transgender and non-binary ad and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
For makeup.
Yeah, but it's like they show a bunch of like men and women like with the makeup stuff and everything, and then they go through like all these different, like it flashes like all these different pronouns, and then like
wait, what do you mean? He, she,
they.
Whoa,
I don't know a lot of them, but like it's like he, she, they, z, and then another two or something like that. Like these pronouns. I've never heard of them in all honesty, but like...
You mean I've never heard that. Is that a... So they have like non-male or female versions of like he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they is
just vague. That's what a lot of... It's like...
Yeah. Interesting.
I
get it.
Like, I know, I get it too.
I'm not a dude or a girl, which... I don't know. I don't really give a fuck if someone wants you to... Like... Here's the thing. The outrage about that, outrage. Everything's outrage.
In quotations, yeah.
It's people act like there's some kind of like gender police coming around kicking your door in and like fucking tasing you for saying the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what's going on.
Everyone just needs to chill out about that stuff because it doesn't affect your life.
Yeah, exactly.
It does not affect anything. It's not affecting what your kids think.
I like to live in a world where people can just do what you want to do. Like, I don't, as long as it doesn't, like the fucking, your right to swing your fist around ends where someone else's face begins. It's the same deal. Yeah. It's just like, it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't affect you. And there are bullshit straw man arguments and slippery slope arguments. Be like, oh, it's turning our kids gay. It all turns into that. Like,
yeah, that's a big one.
Traditional family values is just another way of saying like, I don't like it.
Yeah, we need to get out of the 1950s mindset.
We're getting more back into the 1950s. No, it is. Yeah, we're going back into the 1800s at this point.
Hell yeah, brother. Give me my
some
torch.
Attitudes, I mean.
Yeah, because we're not going to have electricity before long because that's a new agenda that we're not even going to know about.
The agenda.
Yeah, the agenda.
Get rid of electricity.
Yeah, I just thought that was it. Like, I saw that last night and I thought it was pretty interesting. They have like a whole thing where they have a whole thing where it says like for transgender or non-binary things, like visit their website to learn more about like certain things about it. And I asked like my girlfriend,
Sephora?
Like, yeah.
That's that whole hello fellow gays.
Well, yeah,
it makes sense with Sephora though because they sell makeup and like, I'm sure that
And I asked my girlfriend,
there's a lot of makeup to be sold.
I was like, is this like a thing? Like, have they been doing this? And she was like, I think she said that it might have been just like a thing they're doing now because they've faced some backlash about following like certain. I think it was SZA. She's I don't know. I don't know if she's like R&B or something. But she's like a black R&B artist or hip hop artist. I've never really gotten that deep in her discography or anything, but she said that she's like went into Sephora and like been accused of like stealing or been followed by like people multiple times.
Like racist shit.
Yeah, so I think she put them on blast for that, and now they're trying to get their game back up. You know? So that's again like
cringy fellow gays political bullshit.
Exactly.
And I say political, I just mean in the literal sense,
right.
Like they're concerned about how they're being seen.
Yeah.
More like PR. Not really, I mean, it's political, but it's like PR shit, like image stuff.
Right.
Like as if they it's just so cringy. It's the hello fellow gays again, because it's like whatever happened there had nothing to do with top management.
No.
All they're doing is trying to kill the story.
Right.
And counteract, because that was just, if that happened, whatever. I mean, I'm not, when I don't mean if that happened, like I'm questioning if what she said is true. I'm just saying, like, wherever that happened, in that case, that's a problem in one store with those employees. Is it like, there's like the Sephora, there's like those stores are in the fucking mall everywhere.
They're everywhere.
So like if that happened, whatever state that happened in, say it was in California, like does that have anything to do with the people who work in Sephora in fucking Pittsburgh or Wyoming or Florida or wherever else? And
unless
it has nothing to do with the top corporate level, you know, the brain of the company. So they just make these commercials because they know that story went out there. It's just PR shit.
They're just covering their ass and they want more customers. Gays. That's all it is.
Fellow gays.
When probably 80% of the people that you're trying to target already shop at Sephora. Like,
they just don't want bad shit being written. They don't want bad shit post articles, clickbait shit about them because it hurts their sales.
Exactly. So. You can't get your Kat Von D makeup.
You can't blame them. That's what a company exists for, is to make money.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is just...
There's been a couple like things with mainstream companies this week. I saw that. Then Starbucks kicked those 5 cops out, and then people were trying to boycott Starbucks. But then in reality, it's like, shouldn't we be more focused on why they kicked a group of cops out because it made people feel unsafe in there? That's my.
Why should you ever feel unsafe because there's cops in there? That's the real question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So if people are literally feeling unsafe about 5 cops being in a Starbucks, I think that should be the biggest. That should be the bigger problem, not boycotting Starbucks. And your boycott's not going to do anything.
That doesn't mean that it's those cops' individual fault. Of course, it's a systemic problem. It's like what's going on in the society that like cops are menacing to people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's getting I mean, it's an argument that I hear all the time. You know, it's like if they're here to protect and serve, why are we nervous around them? I get nervous around cops for no fucking reason anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
The backlash is it's probably because you're fucking holding. But anyway,
not all the time.
Okay,
but yeah, that was another thing. But it's like these are probably the same people who were boycotting Starbucks were the same people who were boycotting Starbucks because they took Merry Christmas or something off their cups. And they just made red cups.
Not the same people, but the same stupid thinking.
Yeah. Well, it probably is the same people.
Nah. Oh, wait. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's the same people who were like pro-cop and
war on Christmas people and cop hero worshipping people. They're like this.
Connected. Co-mingling.
Yeah.
Not?
Yeah, never this. Nope. And never this. Or whatever. What do people do?
Rock, papers. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a very visual podcast. This week.
It is. You kind of have to watch this one.
Yeah.
Find us on YouTube. I did the finger gun thing.
God damn it. So on to the Anthrocon happenings.
I forgot we had to do this one. Yeah.
Oh, we're doing it. So here's something interesting I learned. Anthrocon used to be in Philadelphia until 2006 when they came to Pittsburgh.
Why couldn't they just keep it in the trash city of Philadelphia?
They have been here for 13 years, and it says in the last... This is an article from the City Paper, Pittsburgh City Paper, telling the story of how the furries came to Pittsburgh.
Okay. 2006,
they came. They came.
Everywhere.
They saw. They shit in litter boxes.
Literally.
But it says they've brought $71 million in spending to Pittsburgh businesses by being here.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
that's why
It's a good thing.
That's why we have them here. Is because they bring in so much money to the
Check
city.
this out. Anthrocon partners with animal shelters in Pittsburgh region, and have raised more than $280,000 for the animal shelters over the years. That's pretty good.
How many dogs do they rape though in the process
Look,
of that?
man, no, no, no.
It's happened in the furry community, so you can't tell me no.
The community,
you can't tell
it ain't
me
the
no.
community. Like, you can't implicate all of them into, like, the dude. That's like, okay.
Well, I know you can't implicate
There's a guy
with
who's a
everyone.
furry who fucking raped a dog on film.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
one
just
that we
get
know
that
of.
out
That
there.
we know of.
That we know of. How do we know? Listen to our Weebs, Furries, and Tech Death episode from a while back.
Yeah.
We know a guy who actually worked in one of these hotels, or the hotel where they have the convention, and he was there for a couple times.
Yeah. It smells terrible.
Literal shit,
Litter.
shit litter boxes. But so people in the know have told us about this thing.
Yeah.
But look, I don't see that as the furries have an animal fucking problem.
No,
I
it's just
see
funny for me
as-
to say it.
I know it is, and that's right. That's right. You should run for office. do the finger. You got it.
I'm 2020.
All right, so I'd vote for you.
Thank you.
You have
Like
my
one
vote.
down,
I'll
5
run your
million to
campaign.
go.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Dave 2020.
If you
Dark
can get
Side
me-
Dave.
If you can get me 10,000
For president?
votes.
You're running for president?
I could.
You
Oh,
have
I
to be-
couldn't. I'm too young.
You have to be 35.
Yeah. Give me
Vice
9 years.
No, you used to be 35. 9. How old are you?
26.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, 8 years. in
Why
a
don't we
few
start
months.
start small? Senator.
Okay.
Dave for senator. Dark
Hell
Side
yeah.
Dave. Anyway, yeah, the Anthrocon thing. So that guy, the dog raper, you like the transition?
I do like that.
The guy who did that is obviously twisted and fucked up.
Yeah. Has
But
problems.
he's a twisted, fucked up animal abuser who happens to dress up like a furry.
Yeah.
Not a furry, and that's part of being a furry.
yeah.
Right? And you know this, and you pretend not to because you hate furries.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you one thing where I don't hate furries. I actually don't really care at all what they do. That's kind of the theme song in my life, and I think it's a good.
I mean,
it's a
I
good
literally
rule
don't
to
care
live
what
by.
they do either.
Do whatever
as
the
long-
fuck you want, as long as it doesn't affect me. And if it does, it's my responsibility to tell you not to do it.
I mean, in all honesty, I don't give a fuck what they do either, as long as they don't fuck animals or anything.
Right.
But at the same time,
Me
it's like
too.
it's more comedic to be this way. So like,
Yes, and the Darksiders, I think they get that and they appreciate it.
yeah,
and so
that's
do
what I'm
I.
here for.
And we can use comedy to make a point. and
I
make
use
content.
comedy for everything. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Varying degrees of success.
Yeah. Some are hits, some are way misses.
Some are misses. Yeah, but so here's one thing that made me feel cringy about the furries. I was watching the local news over my parents' house. You know, TV, local news is on.
They have a TV?
Yeah, like they watch cable.
Oh,
on TV.
okay.
You know, so they're talking about the furries on the news. But here's the thing. Like, this is great because so the parade, they're covering the parade. The furries did a parade.
Right.
And again, my only concern with that is walking around in a fucking mascot outfit in 1,000-degree weather. You know,
Humid as fuck.
Humid, sticky, muddy.
Muddy.
It's muddy.
It might have been
Mud-
it might have
mud
rained
butt.
that day.
Yeah, it definitely rained inside their suits. I know that.
Oh yeah.
All right, so-
urine and everything.
Yorn.
You're in.
Yorn.
Urn.
It's not mine. It's yorn. Okay, so the parade, right? They're in public, and it's like, what? Okay, it's cool. They're animal costumes. If you're a kid, it looks awesome because it's like, who the hell are all these Disney characters?
Yeah,
that
I was gonna say,
that I
it's
don't know
like-
who they are.
It's
It'd
like a
be
B
sweet,
Disney.
but like, they fuck in these costumes, and like a lot. Here's the thing, and that's okay. I still don't think that it's a problem of them wearing it out in public. That's
No.
they're fully clothed. That's whatever, as long as they aren't walking around with like jizz and shit stains on their fucking costumes and
Do
like
you think
rubbing
they
it on
have
people.
backup ones for that?
Maybe some do.
They have fuck costumes.
But I think it's
and-
like an identity thing. Like, you get turned on by identifying as this character, like this one animal. So like the suit probably has a significance to them.
Yeah. It's yeah.
So there's kids hugging the furries, and like parents are just like, yeah.
You need to do some research.
Yeah, right. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think that most of these people have no idea what furries are.
Yeah.
And I was watching this, and my mom was sitting on the couch watching the news, and I was like, I like reacted to it. I was like, oh, geez, because they were just like, and on the news they were so oblivious about it. They're just like,
right.
The animal costumes come to town, and all the kids come to the parade, and blah blah blah. Like that's
a real good hootenanny.
It's a hootenanny. It's a hoedown. Anyway, they don't address the fact that it's a sex kink at all.
No,
they just, and it's like so people don't even realize it. They think it's just like a.
It's like a thing.
It's just it's a thing. It's for sure a thing. It's a confirmed thing.
Yeah.
But they just think it's like people come in costumes and just like to go on a parade and whatever.
No, there's a lot more that goes into that.
Yeah.
And that's my big thing too, because that's what like I never understood why like with the parents letting them like, you know, like hug them, like get like, it's like, do you like, that's always been the thought in the back of my head is, do you really know what this is?
Maybe they don't care. Again, maybe it's the same tied to the Ariel thing and the Disney thing, because it's like,
I guess
maybe they
kink
just
shaming.
anything to get the kid to shut the fuck up for an hour or two.
Hug this
fine.
jizz covered,
Go
hug this jizz covered dog real quick. Get the fuck away from me.
Rag. Fucking dollar store Mickey Mouse motherfucker with shit stains and jizz all over. Whatever, man.
Piss covered prairie dogs.
Just leave me alone for 5 minutes.
Good God.
I just need to take a nap. And then you just sleep standing
I haven't slept in 3 days.
3 years. Yeah.
I know the Incredibles 2 script by heart.
Yeah, they have to watch the same movie. I've had people and parents out there know it, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
To watch the same movie 50 times.
Yeah.
But like,
I know some parents.
My mom didn't know what furries were at all. I had to explain it to her. I was like, Mom, like you know about the furries, right? And I did that tone so she would like
suspect something's going to happen.
Understand that, you know. And she's like, no. And I was like, you know, they fuck. They screw each other in these costumes. Like that's the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
It's like a sex thing. She's like, really? Ew.
Really?
She had no idea. And the news had no idea, or at least I wonder if the anchors like are like us, like off camera. They're just like,
don't touch me.
The guy they send out in the weather, he's like sweating his ass off in the suit, like, the furries in the parade. The kids love the suits, and it's just a great time out here. And then the camera goes off. He's just like, ugh.
Why do you have to do the he's an animal himself? He's playing Pluto or Goofy or something.
That was just my dumbass oblivious guy with news voice.
Gorse.
Gorse. Yeah. I don't think people dress up like Mickey because nobody wants to be a rat.
No one wants to fuck a rat.
No one wants to fuck
they
a
want
rat.
to fuck a dog.
Dude, I wonder if there's like a hierarchy in the furries, like of certain, like there's a lot of foxes and
there's
shit like
tiers.
That, and wolves. But you don't see too many like fucking wombats or like rats,
peacocks,
groundhogs.
Never see birds.
Yeah, you don't see too many birds.
Yeah, maybe they're featheries.
Maybe it's because birds shit and piss out of the same hole.
Wow,
like they have one opening.
Yeah, I guess.
You think that's why?
Maybe. You just opened a whole other door.
Do any of the suits have genitals on them? I bet you that some do.
I mean, there's probably some do that are really sick and depraved.
I'm thinking about like, remember in 7? Remember the lust part?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They had that suit made.
How can you forget?
With the sword penis. Imagine that with like
with
fucking
fur.
Groundhog mask on.
A groundhog mask? Who wants to fuck a groundhog, man?
There's probably like this unpopular fucking guy in a mouse, like a rat costume, and like no one wants to fuck.
He's like, oh, he's back again.
He's just shitting in the litter box, and he doesn't get to do anything else. He doesn't get any other action.
That's all the action he gets is shitting in a litter box.
I bet you there's got to be like a social ecosystem with the furries too. You know, like there's probably like the one hot shit Mean Girls group that's like, you know, like a fox and like a fucking, you know, like a cat and like a tiger.
If you're a furry, you should not be passing any judgments on anyone.
But then you've got this one girl who's this other furry who is perfectly nice and perfectly willing to, you know,
Piss on
willing
you.
to piss on you and shit in a litter box, but she's dressed up like a fucking rhino, so nobody wants to. Nobody wants any play. A rhino with a fucking dildo and horn on the head. Are there dinosaur furries?
Again,
like
that's probably a whole other kink.
Claws on the feet.
A T-Rex with like long dildo arms, basically.
Short dildo arms.
Well, they still have to be at least 12 inches because the T-Rex arms are at least 12 inches. But
those are that's big in dildo terms.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know how advanced these people are.
Just a big dildo waving around at you.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, the furry thing, I mean the furry, not like the fact that furries exist. I mean the fucking convention in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down there one of these times, I think. I
You
just want to
have
see
fun
what the
with
fuck's
that,
going
man.
on, you know?
You have fun. You
Talk to
text
him.
me about it and said for like Anthrocon this weekend, and I literally just replied, "Fuck no." Like, I was like, "Nope, don't even ask." Give me maybe if I mature more in a few years, maybe. Can't see that happening though.
Nah. Yeah, but we should go down there. It'd be hilarious. You'd be so uncomfortable. I think you'd be fucking just cringe.
I'm definitely gonna cringe because as soon as someone has to fucking get their interpreter to talk to me,
I would love to talk to some of them. It would
dog.
be cool. Like my perfect version of how that would go is to get some of them to like just fucking now shut up. Don't even respond to this. To take us up to their room and fucking sit down with the gear and just talk to them. I want to do a podcast with them in full on animal heads. Like I want to be sitting there next to the fucking rhino guy with the dick horn.
One, I'm not stepping foot in their room because it's gonna smell like piss and shit.
They don't. I'm sure they're not all pissing and shitting on the floor. If there's a litter box, I'm out. Like.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking sitting next. Actually, I
bet
would.
60% of these people are going to have the litter box.
I do it for the content. It's not like we don't have anybody else for the show. It's just us. We don't have anybody to fucking send. If we had like an intern that could send in there, that'd be fine.
Well, that's what we need to find. We need to find people to do the work that I don't want to do.
Rewarding, unpaid work
that will probably get you nowhere whatsoever.
Yeah. But do it for the memes.
You do it for the memes.
Strong memes. Yeah.
I mean,
for real though, I would do it. I mean, I don't care. I did the Flat Earth interview.
Yeah.
Went in there. Went in the group.
You're still in the group.
I am. I think I muted the Flat Earth group.
Okay.
Actually.
Good.
It's nothing but they're just trolls actually right now. I think
it's
there were more actual Flat Earthers in there before. That group's kind of become I think as it's gotten bigger, maybe we contributed to that actually.
But no, their whole
maybe it's our fault.
Thinking is what's thought of like what's brought them to this. Yeah. It's already been disproven that Earth is not flat. If you have any sort of intelligence,
I can't even believe you're trying to just go there again.
I'm not trying to go there. I'm just saying they're the ones disproving themselves. So it's like all you can do is sit back and laugh.
But I'm saying in the Facebook group, it's mostly just like not flat earthers. It's just people in there posting
trolling.
Stupid memes, trolling.
Yeah,
and it's like not even funny. So
it's
that's why
it gets old.
It wasn't making me laugh. So I muted it. Plus, they spoiled movies for me. I was gonna go see that. And I'm not like the Avengers, the Endgame. Like I wasn't even gonna go see. Maybe I was gonna see it.
Then how'd they ruin it for you if you weren't gonna go see it?
Obviously, I was thinking about. I've seen all the other 50 movies. I might as well. Goddamn, that's what happens every time one of these comes out. Me and Cecile are like, well, we have already sunk in all this time seeing the other one, so we might as well go fucking see what happens.
Damn, I didn't realize you've seen like all these Marvel movies.
Well, look, I saw Iron Man in the movie theater when it came out in 2008, and then like Iron Man 2 comes out.
Yeah, we've all seen
Thor, you see them all, but then they add up, man. You see Captain America, that shit ties into the Avengers, and then I'm just roped in. I'm not like a fucking fanboy. I don't like buy the movies or anything. I wait for them to come on Netflix, and some of them we've seen in the theaters. Something to do.
Man, don't lie. I walked in here and you were wrapped up in your Iron Man blankie playing Mortal Kombat. Don't even lie to me.
I was playing Mortal Kombat, but I don't have an Iron Man blankie.
My bad, Snuggie.
Snuggie. I forgot about Snuggie.
I have one. I found mine.
You bought one?
I was given one.
Okay.
I think my grandma.
Is it good for chilling?
You know, honestly, dude, it's not bad.
Yeah. Just put it on and like.
Yeah,
So it's like a blanket with sleeves, right?
Yeah, if you're literally just chilling there playing video games, like it's honestly the perfect.
But you could put your arms through.
Yeah, you put your arms through it. You got
and
the
you can
controller.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you can. If you're beaten off, you have the one hand out here in the phone, the other one in the blanket. So it's like,
wow. You're making like a. It might get hot in there.
Yeah, but that's the lube. Your sweat's the lube.
Ooh. Then you have the inside of a furry costume simulation going on.
Basically.
Yeah. But in any case, there's our very intellectual coverage of the furry convention.
With some other stuff.
We've fucking talked about the furry so much this year. We had to talk about it when the came.
We live in Pittsburgh and the Anthrocon is in Pittsburgh and it was just here, so we have to talk about it a little bit at least. Like,
for sure.
I don't know. For sure.
Furry.
Conquers bad fur day.
Cockers. But if you were a furry, okay.
I don't like the start of this. If
what
you were
kind of animal costume would you wear? If you had to wear one, what would you pick? If you're going to be piping someone down in an animal costume, what animal would you like to be dressed up as? The dick rhino? No.
Probably not. Get me like Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks or something.
Chipmunk?
A fat chipmunk.
With a sweater.
Piping away.
A voice changer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess that'd be a
chipmunk.
A fat chipmunk. Not a normal chipmunk.
Because as if the suit's not hot enough as it is, you got to add all that padding.
Well, no, you have more air because it's going to be a hollow costume. You have more room. You have more room. You got to think about it. You could put a full size box fan in front of you.
Would you rather be a piñata or a furry?
Man, the brain busting questions we ask on this podcast. Okay, when you say piñata, do you mean like a piñata that people hit, or do you mean like the video game like Viva Piñata?
I never heard of that. So the first thing.
Okay. I mean, I guess the furry, because the piñata, you're just getting beat with a fucking. Like, why would you want that unless you're in a BDSM or something?
Yeah.
A BDSM
I'm just trying to break
piñata.
down your disgust for the furries. Breaking it down. So you admit it's not as bad as getting your beat until your guts come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're dying there.
That's a start. Diplomacy.
With the furry, you're piping up. You're piping down. I don't know what the terminology is. Is it pipe down?
Piping.
Piping.
You're just
Laying
piping.
pipe.
Laying pipe. Pipe game strong.
The Furry Pipers.
There's your band name.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like a ska band.
So you want to be a chipmunk?
I guess. What would you be?
I don't know. I was trying to think about it. I don't even know. Because it's like, it doesn't, I'm not wired like that, so it doesn't even matter. I think part of it's like an identity. Like they feel like they're, like I just really feel like I'm a fucking, a baboon. So I can't get it up unless I'm dressed up like a baboon.
Do you think that's like with all of them? Do you think it's like
they can't fuck unless they're dressed up?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Or some of them just like dressing up as these things. I don't understand it. That's where like I kind of like it's a gray area.
You know what? Honestly, from what I saw and all, for real, all jokes aside with the news coverage, I did get the sense that because they were interviewing some of them like with their fucking head off, which was a little weird. Dude was standing there holding his head, which you don't usually see, which made me think he's not a real furry. Man. It was like a fucking teenager. The kid was like not an adult, so I'm like
he was a weeb.
Yeah, but he just I get the sense that maybe some people aren't there for the fucking. They're just like want to dress up like animals. But you know what? Okay. There is I can think of another place I saw furries in mainstream, which was so there's a pro fighting game player, which we talked about with Tyler and Nick when they were here.
Oh yeah,
Sonic Fox.
Yeah, he's
fucking awesome. He's really good. He wins tournaments
he wears a furry
left and
head, right?
He's a furry. He's he's gay and he's a furry. He wears a fox.
Gurry.
A Gurry. Yeah.
A Gary?
A Gary. I like that better. He's a Gary. And, he's open about it. And he literally will show up to the tournaments with... Like, he showed up to I was watching the Mortal Kombat tournament, and he showed up with the suit on. It's just, like, part of his, like... So he is a furry, but he also uses it for a brand. But
Does he play with that, too?
No,
I was gonna say you
really
can't.
see,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
but-
gonna fuck up his vision if he plays with that on.
But like, actually, they had it was really funny because I think it was Combo Breaker. I think was the tournament. I forget the name of it. Actually, maybe that wasn't it. I can't remember. But it was one of the first tournaments for because Mortal Kombat 11 just came out a few months ago. Sonic Fox comes out. He's in his head. The crowd goes nuts. You know, they love him. He takes his head off and puts it on the table. And, like, it was in the way. Like, the camera that was, like, on the two players, it was fucking, like, blocking. There's a guy, like the one announcer was, like, trying to get his attention, like, he didn't hear him, and then someone had to, like, walk over and, like,
move it for him.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But my point is, of bringing that up, is that I think that there's probably, because of him, I bet you there's a lot of younger people who are being exposed to this.
Probably.
Because they probably never heard of it, and they see him, and then...
It's the furry agenda.
It's like, hey, I feel like I want to dress up like an animal too.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something like that, you know, like budding, like young pups.
Can you imagine just like
pups.
These like 13-year-olds coming out, their dad sitting on like the lazy boy, popped a fresh Coors Light, and they're like, Dad, I want to dress up like a fox. What the fuck did you just say?
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's a good thing that, you know, I feel like when we were teenagers, like, it wasn't that long ago, but it was long enough ago that the world was pretty different.
It's a lot different.
You didn't have access to, like, the whole internet very easily.
No.
You know? Like, our phones... When I was in high school, it wasn't even really... Because I'm a few years older than you.
Yeah.
Like, they had Blackberries and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Palm Pilots. Mm-hmm. Like, but it was just for, like, business guys to email.
Right. Blackberries were, like... Yeah. Palm Pilots kind of went out, I feel like... 2008 maybe or so.
The iPhone.
Yeah, Blackberries were a big thing.
Yeah,
I got my first smartphone when I was a senior in high school because that's when the Droids became pretty popular. So I got the Droid X or whatever.
Okay,
but yeah, I had a phone that didn't even have internet. Right. Like I said, until I was a senior in high school. So like,
I had a flip phone. I didn't get a cell phone. Like I had a prepaid phone when I was a little younger, but it was literally just to get rides from like sports after school and shit. But like I didn't have an actual cell phone until I was 17, and it was of course a flip phone with like no internet on it.
Yeah.
So it was like I didn't have a smartphone until I was like up in college. But like my point is that without that access to all the internet and like what other people do, you don't know what other people do. Like these furry, it's not like this whole attitude and not the attitude, but the fetish itself. It's not like it didn't exist. It's not new.
Right.
It's just that these people couldn't find each other.
Right. Exactly.
You know? And you to realize that they're not the only person in the world and like a freak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it. But my point that I'm making is like, can you imagine that like if any stupid thing that popped into your head when you were in high school, like you felt like it was okay to broadcast it and take a picture of it and put it on the internet?
Yeah, and that's happening now. Like, I mean, that's a thing.
And my point is that not to like. I'm not saying like, oh, things used to be better. Phone bad, technology bad. You know, my point is that like it's not that people are different. It's just that things are different.
Right.
I think all that stuff was all there, and we all had stupid. I'm not saying I'm a fucking furry or you're a furry or whatever, but like, if I was, I would definitely not have said anything in high school or not until way later because of the way things were. Because I would have not known that. You know, you wouldn't have had access to like a community of people. So the internet provides that. It also provides people, it provides that same thing for toxic, dangerous fucking ideology and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's why
it's just,
that's why you have a lot of bad things that there are, you know?
Yeah.
Whole entire Discord servers full of people who are just like probably planning fucking school shootings and shit like that.
Yeah, Discord's another one, man.
Well,
I always
like
forget
a private
about that
little community that you can just talk to people, you know.
I always forget about that app. It's a cool app and stuff for certain things, but then
I
like
use
other
it
things.
for a lot. I'm a member of all these different servers from all these different groups of people, you know.
Yeah.
The fucking you know, the furry thing that the dog raper guy.
Yeah, that was from Discord.
We knew about that from a Discord server.
Yeah, it was like a Discord server that had 10 people in it or something. This dude just happened to find it and joined in one day, and this is what he heard.
I don't know if the guy himself actually joined the Discord or someone in that Discord was sharing about it.
No, I think he stumbled upon it. He said he stumbled upon
himself.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just randomly came into gold basically one day. and expose this dude.
Gold. That's gold.
Yeah. Well, it was a big thing. Like, if you watch that dude's video, I honestly forget who it even was who did it, but it was entertaining in all honesty.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the internet's changed the world pretty heavily, especially in the last 10 years.
Right.
Social media has taken over pretty heavily in the past 5 years, if not even that. Because, I mean...
Dude, it's a wasteland.
Yeah. And it's like we grew up with social media. I mean, it's not like social media didn't exist
I really didn't.
when we were...
Other than MySpace. But
yeah.
that's not the same thing. That it was more about your profile.
I liked MySpace. MySpace was
too. It was cool for
one.
music. You know?
Yeah. That was the best thing about MySpace was the music side of it. A lot of bands, they got discovered by MySpace. Some that shouldn't have been discovered.
When I was in high school, the big thing that you would do on the internet was instant messaging with people.
Yeah.
You would just AIM or whatever.
Yeah, AIM.
MSN.
Yeah, that was a big one. I never used MSN, but I used AIM all the time.
Yeah.
But
it was all about your away message.
Yeah.
And your fucking little profile that was never a profile. It was just like 500 lines of black and then some fucking cryptic song lyric at the bottom.
Yeah, you put your link to your MySpace.
See, I didn't.
In there.
Like...
I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to do that.
I'll have to do that. I don't think AIM exists anymore. I think it's gone.
I think it does.
Does it?
I'm pretty sure it does because AOL's still a thing.
We should get it. Fucking just put up away messages and shit.
Put up away messages for each of us to see because no one else uses AIM anymore.
Cryptic shit like, whoa. People think that, you know, like, remember annoying girls on there that would just put like passive aggressive messages as away messages that are just like, I don't know. People do the same thing on Facebook too, though. Like they'll post like a vague message that's like, or I mean a status, and it's like, oh, people should really think about before they hurt someone's feelings, and certain people don't, and like they're talking to someone specifically, and they really just want people to ask what's wrong, and then they'll say, no, it's fine.
My favorite is when people put up family drama on Facebook.
That's good, yeah.
Like with their baby daddy or baby mama and stuff like that. That's the best shit, man. Like that shit's funny as fuck to me. We'll never get old about seeing family drama on Facebook.
Yeah.
Even if it's my own. It's entertaining.
Sheesh. Yeah. But all right. I think that's about all the time we got for today.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
As always. Yeah, we've been on a bit of a social media hiatus just because I've had a lot going on in the past week. Actually, last week I wasn't even in phone service area for 5 days straight.
You were out of commission.
Yeah, I was done.
Yeah.
Mentally and I guess physically.
Phonally,
physically. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, we'll be back up on it. By the time this airs, we'll already have stuff posted and everything. So yeah, right. But
the 3 R's of success.
Ratatouille, rape and reprisal.
Retread
the tire.
Rain
Man.
Yeah.
The retard. I mean, he was.
You can't say that. The R word.
Why not?
The R of success. That's the R. That's the R. The 1 R of failure. You can't say that.
You can. So the 1 R of failure. So you're saying all retards are failures, Matt? Is that what you're saying to me right now? I'm the politically incorrect one.
Yes, that's what I said. But
yeah,
that's it. At Darkside Podcast.
Rate,
on Instagram.
Review,
we're on
subscribe.
Twitter too. We're on Twitter.
Yeah, we're on Xanga. Look us up.
You can find this podcast on YouTube. Darkside Podcast Official on YouTube. I think that's what it says. Official.
Yeah, I think so. You can find it on.
We got a camera and we're using it, and
yeah.
So there's all kinds
those
of ways, eye hole and ear hole pleasures from the Darkside Podcast.
Not about butthole pleasures.
Negative. Unless, never mind.
Unless that's your thing. No kink shaming. I don't know. But
I'm Matt Elias.
I'm Daviano.
Later.
All right.